Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest Las Vegas podcast. Another thing that I wanted to talk about when it comes to my trips to Vegas, I can't believe I didn't talk about this before, but with so many times that I've been there to Vegas, I've actually visited so many shows there in Vegas, and so I wanted to have several podcasts given, one for each show that I've gone to, and give a review, essentially, of the show itself, so that way it'll give you an idea. If you wanted to go ahead and catch any shows in Vegas, if mine can help out in any way in terms of coming to a decision, then by all means, that's the purpose of these videos here. So I wanted to start off with one of the best shows that I've seen there in Vegas. I'm a huge fan of magic shows. I love those shows. Have loved them ever since I was a kid, since seeing anything involving on TV. Magic shows of any kind, and so naturally with so many magic shows available in Vegas, those are the first shows that I go try to see. This particular show on here is one of the best, and what I love about it too is the fact that it's almost like a best kept secret when it comes to that kind of stuff in Vegas. It's not one of the first shows you think of whenever you think of Vegas and magicians. Instead, this is again one of the best kept secrets, and it's a magician by the name of Nathan Burton. If you've heard of him before, you know exactly who I'm talking about when it comes to his recognizability. He's not up there, but he's not on the bottom when it comes to his name recognition. His show is actually over at Planet Hollywood, which is almost towards the middle of the Las Vegas area. So it's someplace where if you're either staying on the north side or on the south side of Las Vegas, it's still going to be quite a ways to get there, but yeah, it's definitely something worth doing because it is absolutely worth the trip. The reason why I say this is because the show, which lasts about an hour to an hour 15 minutes, is really good, very family oriented too. Of course, they have their usual showgirls in skimpy outfits on there, just like any other show would have on there, but that's about it when it comes to any kind of family outing. Nathan Burton, he's really good when it comes to his magic work. I've seen his show now 3 times, and I still can't pick out how some of his acts are done. And the reason why I've also seen it 3 times is because his show is very reasonably priced too. If you go to his website, you can get some good discounts, but if you go to certain websites like vegasforlocals.com, or if you go to his sub-act's website, his sub-act is Armando Vera. If you go to that website for Armando Vera, then you'll get some of the better pricing on there. You can get both 2 shows in one for, I think it's $22.50, which is very, very good, again, when you compare it to other Vegas shows out there. And when I say 2 show for ones, it's again, if you go to Armando Vera's website and you purchase it there for $22.50, then you'll get not only Nathan Burton's show, but you'll get Armando Vera's show, which is about 45 minutes to an hour before Nathan Burton's show. So again, you're getting 2 shows at once. One show starts at 3 o'clock, stops around 3:45, and then another show starts at 4, and then ends close to around 5. But very, very good shows on both hands. Rondo's is more of a magic trick, but what makes his really stand out is that you are literally there. Like, everybody's a VIP because he holds his show towards the top of the auditorium. And there, his show only houses probably about 3 or 4 rows of people, and it makes it so close that you are literally just almost a hand's length away from him if you're sitting at the very front. That's how close you get to his show. And his show is, again, pure magic tricks in terms of cards. And well, that's what makes it so fascinating, because even when you're that close to him and you see his cards and you see his hands, and he always has his sleeves rolled up, you still can't see how he does certain tricks. But he'll do tricks with cards, he'll do tricks with little, I guess you could call them mesh balls of sorts. He'll do tricks with cups as well, and he'll even pick out some audience members in and around near his area to participate. Very close, very intimate show, very highly recommended. And then once his finishes, then Nathan's big show starts on there, which encapsulates the larger auditorium, and it is a very, very good show because he produces a variety of sub shows within it. It's him, and then he has another guy that comes out that does a routine involving 4 audience members that he picks, and they come up, and then they get masks put on, and then they get ridiculed during that time period. But it's all in good fun. I was actually picked once as one of the audience members for that show. And if anyone who's seen the show knows what I'm talking about, it's something where you get a mask put on, but you have no idea what the mask shows until the very end, and it turns out you're wearing like a clown face of sorts. And it was good times. Even though I was picked on for a good portion of the show itself, it was the first time I was ever brought up in terms of an actual show. And the way he'll do it is the lights will come on, and he'll just look at the audience, and the audience will look back, and then he'll start picking people at random, and I was picked. So that was pretty fascinating. And then Nathan comes out, and he does his usual tricks. He'll make people disappear. He'll make things reappear. Some of this stuff, again, it's fascinating. You scratch your head how he does these things. Like, one of those tricks involves putting a woman inside a box, and you think, oh, okay, it's the classic make the woman in the box disappear. But he makes the box, he like cuts it up into 4 slices, and the box, each slice goes down one at a time, and there's no way that the woman would be able to fit into any of those slices, and you can see inside those box slices the whole time, and yet she reappears after the 4 slices come together at the bottom. It's fascinating how it's done on there. And then another one, his grand finale is he'll make like a 45-foot tall statue appear out of nowhere in half a second. It's crazy how it's done, but it's done, and I still can't figure out how he does that part. So, but Nathan Burton, Armando Vera dual show, $22.50 if you go to Armando Vera's website. Highly recommended. Again, one of the best kept secrets I consider within the Vegas area, because you always see some really, really good magic, and the pricing is very good. It is, again, towards the middle of Las Vegas area, so if you're planning on walking that way, there is a way to get to it. All you have to do is just go to Planet Hollywood, and then you go towards an area called the Saks Theater, which is by the Mile High or Mile Long strip area. They don't call it mile long for no reason. It literally is like a mile of shops that you have to get past in order to get to the theater. But then once you're there, you get to see the show on there. Very, very cool stuff. Highly recommended. They have great reviews too on TripAdvisor. So again, you're not going to miss out on that. So a good family event too. So no cursing, no dirty jokes, no real problems on that part. So it's one of the last few shows out there when it comes to anything involving families in Vegas. So if you're going anytime soon with your family, good choice to pick. Highly recommended. So, all right, everybody. Thanks as always. Take care.